Hello everybody, and welcome to your Messages from the Other Side tarot reading. This tarot reading is intended to bring forth messages from your passed on loved ones, your ancestors as well, and the messages that are going to come forth is personal stuff that they want to say to you, as well as giving you some advice and guidance about different things you're going through in your life right now. Before you are 6 different animals and insects. You can pick the one that you connect to your passed on loved one, or if there's a different animal or insect that's really calling to you, go ahead and pick that as the portal you go to for your messages. All right, I will start with the unicorn. If you are feeling drawn into any of the other animals or insects, there are timestamps below, so you can go directly to that reading. Hello everyone. Let's see what your loved ones have to say. Those of you drawn into this unicorn. I'm going to start with pulling a few of the messages from heaven communication cards. I got a lot of different decks here. We're going to go as deep as we can possibly go. So let's see what they have to say. Okay. Have you left today? Find your joy. Lift your soul. Oh, so your passed on loved ones wanting to bring in some love and some light and some happiness in your world. Next is seek professional help if you need to. All will be well. Okay, so those of you feeling drawn into this unicorn, these first 2 cards out and look, it's 17 and 18, so it's like a consecutive of the numbers here. And they're addressing your sadness, and this could be your sadness about, this specific person and their passing, or it could be a sadness about just everything you're going through right now, or maybe a combination of the two. But that is really what they want to talk about, is your emotional state and well-being, and they want to help you with that and bring you answers and bring you guidance and help soothe you. Next is we have fun, and you too must enjoy yourself. So here they're saying, have you laughed today? And here they're saying, have you had fun today? When's the last time you felt good? When's the last time you've truly been happy and excited, to be alive, to be experiencing your life? They're addressing that, and each of you are going through very different things in your personal life and experience, but no matter what it is, your passed on loved ones are with you. They see you, and in our human form, we don't have the same understanding and perspective as we do when we are in the non-physical. And part of being embodied, there's certain things that the non-physical can never disclose with us, can never share with us, okay? And so here they want you to know that truly all is well, and they are with you. You are not walking alone, and they want to talk about the things that are making you sad and unhappy and help you find your way back to the light, to just feeling complete inside. So let's pull a couple tarot cards to get a little more insight about these messages here. Six of Wands, High Priestess, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so you got a 6 and a 6. That's really balanced, and the High Priestess is a 2. So they're really trying to help bring balance in. And look, I feel like this card is meant to be part of this, just because it was sticking out so far. Oh, and look at what it is. We've got the sun coming through. Yes, they are trying to bring the sun back into your day, trying to bring you insight and understanding and clarity. And this here is like you not feeling recognized and appreciated for anything that you do, just feeling very invisible. And this could be in your job, within your family, within your current relationship, within your friend circle, just maybe in general overall, because the Six of Wands is about victory and reward and being recognized. So because we're not, with this card, it's talking about, a sadness. This would be you not receiving those things and and it, you know, really dampening your spirits. And then here with seek professional help if you need to, all will be well. We have the High Priestess. So with that, your passed down loved ones are letting you know there's certain things that you're not aware of or that you don't see. And because the sun, it's in more of a positive sense. So even though, you know, your journey may have been really hard, you may have been really struggling emotionally recently, things are going to change. It is going to get better up ahead, and they want you to know that. Like the High Priestess is the things hidden, the things unknown. So there's things that you're not yet aware of. And also because I picked up on that message of them knowing things that we can't know while embodied. They're talking about that again right here, and letting you know that, you know, there's certain things that they can't disclose. And, you know, you are a free will being and you are a strong soul. And so sometimes when you're asking for the answer or the guidance or the clarity, there's different contracts, there's different energies where, you know, at certain points they can only do so much. Okay. At other points they can come in really strong, and then at some points on your journey they're always right there, but it may be where you've got to, you know, figure something out on your own for your own soul evolution. But they want you to know you've just got to trust the journey, and there's things that are up ahead. Things are going to get better, things are going to shift and turn. And, you know, here we have fun, you must enjoy yourself. This is where, you know, the Six of Coins is about sharing, giving, and receiving. And it would be that same energy of where you don't feel that you're receiving those things in some area of your life where you're giving energy but nothing's returning back to you. This is ever going to end. This is ever going to change. And they're saying, yes, it is. Okay. You've just got to, you know, trust your journey and know that they are always with you, and they do want to bring more joy and happiness into your life because they do have magic. Okay. And just depending on your energy, your vibration, your karma, where you're at on your journey is truly contingent upon how much they can give their own energy to manipulate and change your experience. All right. And you've also, as a free will being, have to be open to that help and guidance from your passed on loved ones. So they're here, but they want you to know that sometimes you have to figure things out. And I don't want to say all on your own, but there's so much evolution in that, and they are helping you, and they always will. But the sun is going to shine again. All right, let's pull some more personal messages from them to you. All right, so an object card flew out, and this is charms and jewelry. So one way your passed down loved ones communicate with you or let you know that they are near is you'll find like a charm or like a piece of jewelry, and it could be, you know, even a cheap piece of jewelry just like outside in a parking lot, on the sidewalk, you know, that's them leaving that in your path or drawing your attention to that on the ground so that you know that they are near. So charms and jewelry are a big deal. You could also find missing jewelry and just like weird odd spots in your house, and you're like, how did that get there? Well, here you go. And also with charms and jewelry, there's, for some of you, not all of you, there's some significance around this piece of jewelry or this specific charm and this passed down loved one. So those of you that have been feeling that, here's your confirmation of it. But overall, they definitely will leave different charms and pieces of jewelry or draw your attention to those things, and you'll be like, just smile and say, okay, I know you're with me. And I did a reading for my daughter after her uncle passed away on her father's side, and this card came out, and then the very next day I was taking her to go get her eyebrows waxed, and right in the parking lot on the ground was a heart like with little fake diamonds in it. Okay, and that was just like, hello. So this right here I know is true and powerful. Charms and jewelry do not just like, oh, that's, no, it is. All right, next is let go. And it says, there is someone in your life who deeply hurts you. I see it, and I see the truth. You don't deserve to be hurt and harmed in these ways. You deserve so much more. I will help you find the strength to let go of this person if you are ready. So here we have let go coming through, and up here talking about how you're sad, seek professional help. That could be counseling, that could be resources, that could be getting away to, a shelter that protects women and children, just depending on your different situations. Some of you, this could be like just a structure, like a job in general, and your passed on loved ones are acknowledging they see this and they want to help you because you do deserve much more. And now we have a birthday, and it says, I'm acknowledging a birth or birthday is relevant right now. Confirmation sealed with love. So this right here, the birthday could be your birthday, the birthday of a passed on loved one, or maybe even your child, or there's a birth coming up. Okay, so there's some acknowledgement of that. Next is water, and it says water is meaningful or is about to hold great significance soon. I'm acknowledging the ocean, a lake, or a waterfall. So passed on loved ones coming through and bringing a connection about water for some of you. Lake, waterfall, ocean. It could be significant for you and your passed on loved one, or this could be something significant about to unfold in your personal life. And now we have life review, and this says we grow and learn much more through our life review than we do while embodied experiencing it. You are a big part of my life review. You and our experiences taught me so much. I am sorry for my wrongs and I love you. Thank you for all you did for me. So for some of you, this passed on loved one is just really acknowledging everything that you were and did for them, and how much you helped evolve their soul through the good and the bad. So that's very beautiful. Overall message here. The charms, that's, one way they're going to show that they are communicating and connecting with you. And then also talking about the sadness, there's something you need to let go of because you're not receiving that reciprocal energy back, whether it's love, respect, honor. It's different for each of you, okay? They're really acknowledging that and saying, don't be afraid. There is better up ahead. If you are ready, we will help you make that transition of shedding whatever it is that may hurt you and harm you in your current life experience. And then again, the birthday information and the water, the life review, letting you know that you were very significant to their life and their life journey before they passed. All right, let's pull some more messages from heaven. There is no such thing as death, so they're just giving you confirmation. It's only exchange of consciousness, really. When we are not physically embodied, we are connected to the all as pure consciousness, and they're acknowledging that for you. Next is, I see all of your thoughts. So that could go back to this water and what you've been thinking about. And then also the charms. You may find that some of the charms in jewelry are things that, like if you think of turtles, because we have a turtle here, you might find like a lot of interesting little turtle charms in odd spots. But with I see all of your thoughts, they know what you feel, and they know that whatever this is might feel so much bigger and heavier than you can break through. And they're saying, no, you can, and we're here with you. And if you need help outside of yourself, not just spiritually, but in the physical, seek it. They will align you to the right person. And next, we will be together again. So this is beautiful. This is a confirmation of one of two things. And you know what? We do have a birth here. So this is them letting you know that this is not your last life that you're incarnating together. There's going to be other lifetimes to come. Or for some of you, because we have the birth, they're letting you know, I'm going to reincarnate while you are still in this life journey. And I'll come back through as a baby, a child, obviously. And it could be your child, somebody else in your family, somebody very closely connected to you, okay? But they're letting you know we will be together again, whether in this life or the next. All right, let's pull some more cards about different signs that they use to speak to you, and they might bring up and talk about some timing about some different things. So let's see. All right, the Trinity, a 333. So this is things are going to come into order for you. And also 333, that's sequence of numbers is a number that they'll use to let you know that they're near you, okay? And that things are going to be okay. Now we have delays, and the sign of this is forces of nature. So if something isn't moving as quick as you want or working out in the time frame that you desire, don't push against it. They're letting you know that's for good purpose. It could be like that is what you're trying to do or the way you're trying to go. It could fizzle out or have a bad outcome, and so it's better to wait like for a new option or something about timing. So anything that's being like kind of delayed, trust in that because it's for your highest good. Next is the future, and we have sign 000, so triple zeros, significant for you guys, but the future, that's letting me know that there's things up ahead for you guys that you don't see, and Spirit is wanting to keep that a bit of a secret, and that's why your passed on loved ones aren't giving too much information about that, because they really want to surprise and dazzle you. The way things are going to work out is so much better than you could see right now in this moment, and your happiness will return. You know, you've just got to trust the process. We've got the sun here and a very bright future. Next is the unseen, sign 111. Yeah, so they keep going back to that. Like there's just so much more that's going to play out, that's going to happen. And that's why they don't want you to be so sad or be so caught up in worry right now about things. And lastly, we have the foundation, sign 444. Yes. So they really speak to you guys through numbers. We have 333, 000, 111, and 444. Okay. So they really speak to you guys through different number sequences. And what this tells me is 333 things are coming together for you. It may take a bit longer than you expect, but it's going to work out so much better than you expect. So just go with the timing because there's much unseen, but the final destination is a very strong and solid foundation for you. All right. So let's pull some messages. Well, some more messages. And this is in conjunction with your spirit guides, like, you know, maybe what your spirit guides have been trying to direct you on, and now your passed on loved ones are going to bring that same message through. So let's see what they have to say with this. Thoughts create your reality. Let go of ego. And love is your energy. So this is the restoration of you going back to a happier place emotionally and mentally. But also talking about your thoughts. I see all your thoughts. Thoughts create your reality. They're really wanting to talk to you about that and try to help you pull your thoughts into a more positive place. Look at your blessings. Try to find things to be grateful for, even if it's the smallest minute thing. They're trying to help really shift your energy, and that goes back to how much they can interject and manipulate different things to help you along your journey. So the more that your thought vibration raises, the more they can connect with you. And, you know, I get it, just depending on the different amount of grief or pain that you're going through, that could feel very impossible. But I'm just giving you, like, what they're saying is your thoughts create your reality. Love is your energy. You know, start watching things that feel really good. There's a really good channel on YouTube called Zorro. I love him. He makes the sweetest videos, and tears are always pouring from my eyes after every one. And it's just fun, silly stuff, you know. And when I get down and sad, I use those sort of things to help distract me. So, you know, what can help distract you from the heartache and pain that you feel to help you start, you know, lifting that vibration of energy in which you are, and then your passed on loved ones can come in even stronger, and they want you to know there's so much up ahead that you don't see. So don't fear, trust the process, and they are always with you. All right, let's pull some advice for your journey. Family is everything. Always make sure you acknowledge this. And this is, you know, for some of you, your earth family, and for others of you, you know, right now, maybe your only connection you feel is to somebody who is already passed on. And, you know, even though they're not physically embodied, they're still with you, and focus on that and the love that you feel from them, because you are not alone, I promise you. And you are what you think. Think positive thoughts. So again, another message about your thinking and your thoughts and what you believe is true for you, and them wanting to help you overcome that, because there are such beautiful things in your future with this card coming out. And lastly, if it doesn't feel right, then the answer is no. So they're acknowledging that they've given you some guidance, and maybe sometimes that guidance goes against what you were hoping for or what you were wanting to happen. But you've got to trust the process, especially with these delays, because you are moving into such different energy. And right now, the first step of that is them coming in to really try to help you elevate your thoughts into more positive energy to propel this process forward. Okay, so those are the messages that have come through with this unicorn from your passed on loved ones for you guys. And again, 333-000-111-444 charms and jewelry are very special and significant between you and them. All right, so I am sending you guys so much love and light. Take care. Hello there. So let's see what your passed on loved ones have to say. Those of you who felt drawn to the lion, I'm going to start with 3 cards, messages from heaven, and we will build the reading from there. I've got a lot of different decks I will use. So let's see what they have to say. Try not to worry. We will bring helpful people into your life. So they're letting you know help is on the way. They want to ease your mind. Next is, we are proud of you and aware of your achievements. Oh, look at that, giving you some recognition and props and saying you are fantastic and magnificent, and you need to know that. All right, and next we have be creative, look for ways to build, grow, and manifest. So they're also wanting to talk to you about stepping out of your comfort zone somewhat to help bring forth different solutions to maybe some problems or struggles that you're facing, okay? But biggest message with these first 3 out is there is help on the way for you. Okay, there is. Don't worry, whatever you're going through, there's help on the way. They hear your prayers. God hears your prayers. You are not alone. You need to be very proud of who you are. If you've recently fallen on hard times and it's like it's hard, maybe like you feel like you have to take a job beneath you, or you have to ask for help from someplace and it just feels really bad, your team is like, no, you are perfect. You've done so well. Everybody has setbacks. Everybody goes through challenges in their life. And your past and loved ones are like, we are really proud of you. We love you and we want you to be proud of you. And then here, they're talking about wanting to really help expand your mind into new ideas. So let's pull a little bit of tarot to look at these 3 starter messages. And maybe for some of you, things you've accomplished, you haven't received like a lot of love and happiness and celebration from people that you expected that would be there for you in that capacity. And so they're acknowledging, hey, everything you do does not go unnoticed. We see it all. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords right here with try not to worry. We will bring helpful people into your life. So yes, help is on the way. And with this being the Ace of Swords, really a big part of this is it's like changing your mind, seeking a new perspective, or just people coming in and the way they go about things or the advice they give and offer, it really helps expand your current understanding of things. And now we have the 2 of Swords under this be proud of who you are and your achievements. So yeah, you aren't feeling as maybe loved, supported, and appreciated as you are. And maybe you have accomplished some amazing things and you just don't know how amazing they are because you haven't had a lot of that, oh, congratulations. But your passed on loved ones are like, no, we see it and we are very proud of you and you should be proud of you. And lastly, we have the King of Pentacles coming through. So this could represent some earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This could be the energy of passed on loved one coming through. or talking about how this King of Pentacles energy is what you are evolving into, and they're trying to help you with that, all right? So let's pull some very personal messages and see what else they would like to say. And what jumped out? Okay, so we have repeating numbers. The repeating sequence of numbers you have been seeing is from me. I am trying to let you know that I am near you and you are not walking alone. So that's a beautiful confirmation. Those repeating numbers that you keep seeing, that is passed on loved ones trying to communicate with you. So I highly recommend doing a Google search of the number that you keep seeing repeating, even if it's something weird like 623. You'll find information about it. All right, next is secrets, and it says, I would tell you all of life's mysteries and secrets if I could. There is a code in which all must abide by. Some things can't be told, and some things can't be experienced or be explained in a way you'd understand while being embodied. You will know all I do when you return home. Find peace in that. So some of the things you've been asking about, those of you that have been asking about like those higher spiritual questions, you know, and you may feel frustrated, like you're not receiving guidance, answers. There's just some things that we can't know while we are physically embodied, and there's a code, and so you're never alone. They're always giving you guidance, all right? But they want you to remember that in those moments where you feel like you're not getting the answer or whatever, it's not because you're being shunned or, you know, that they aren't with you. There's this code that, you know, they must abide by. Next is your right. And it says, you're right about your suspicions. Trust yourself and your intuition. You've been asking for guidance about this, so I am answering. The truth will reveal itself in the right time. So something that you've been putting out there about a person or situation where you're like, oh, I just feel that this is it. I just know that I'm right. You are. And you're about to be confirmed and validated. Next is found. And this says, you're going to find something you thought you'd lost forever or something you've long since forgotten about. There is meaning and significance to this discovery. I am helping you find it. So something that you've lost or forgotten about is going to resurface into your reality soon. And that's your passed on loved one coming through with a message of some kind. And whatever it is going to be personal for each of you. But when this happens, know there's significance behind it, okay? Just don't like overlook it. And now we have a guardian angel. And it says, I am a part of your spiritual team. I am one of your guardian angels now. You will feel my guidance through your intuition, thoughts, and emotions. I am always here to help you. I'm only a thought away. Think of me and I will give you a sign. I am with you. Oh, it's so beautiful. And many of those signs comes through repeating numbers, because we do have that there. So let's pull some more cards here, get some more messages that they want to give you. There is no such thing as death. And this is just confirming for you that there is an afterlife, that there's another world that we're not super aware of being physically embodied, but it's there and they want you to know that, and they are still with you. They are just experiencing themselves as pure consciousness as you are experiencing yourself in physical form. You know, it's just two different experiences, but there's a lot to be gained in each, and they want you to know that. I'm not dead, I'm still here. Next is, we have been in dreams together. So those dreams of your passed on loved ones, it's real, it's them, it's their consciousness connecting in with yours and, you know, creating images and symbols, and maybe even you guys have conversations. There's significance to all of that. Also, some of you, any sort of like repeating dream you've been having, even if it doesn't involve your passed on loved ones specifically, they're a part of that. They're trying to give you some sort of answer or guidance that you've been asking about. And lastly, we have don't be afraid. So they don't want you to worry. There's help on the way, on your path, and now here it is again. They don't want you to be afraid. You are never ever alone. They are your guardian angels now, and you know, there's some things they just can't give you answers about. And that's, you know, when you fulfill your life journey and you return back home to pure consciousness, you'll have all those answers. And I know that doesn't, like, it's not much consolation, but, you know, there's just some things that we could never understand in our human form, and that's what it really comes down to. And, you know, really trust your intuition and insight about a person or situation, because you're absolutely right. And this is sitting above that. We've had dreams together. So they're trying to give you answers through your dreams about the suspicion that you have around a person or situation. You're right, and the truth will reveal itself, okay? You just got to give it time and do what's best for you in the meantime, and trust your intuition over what's being said by any person, because you're right. They're confirming it right there, okay? And then repeating numbers again. Okay, let's pull some more cards to look at signs and some timing about some things in your life. Let me just have those three jump out. Okay, so the three that jumped out are timing beyond 3 months. And so there is something that you're asking about, and they're saying, you know, maybe when the help comes in, the change happens, it's probably, you know, within 3 to 6 months from now, maybe for some of you up to 9 months. And this doesn't have to be about the help. I mean, this is a general reading, but, you know, whatever it is where you've really been asking about timing, there's going to be some more time. I'm sorry. I know nobody likes that card. Nobody likes it, but, you know, the truth is the truth, right? Okay, next is stability, and we have the sign of Taurus. And so you've got the really strong earth energy right here. Could it be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? And now we actually have Taurus energy right here. What they're talking about with this is there's going to be more stability that returns into your life as the sun moves through the sign of Taurus, which will be, I believe, April 20th to like May 19th, May 20th, 21st. We're on a leap year, so I'm kind of like screwed up on the exact days, sorry. But when the sun is moving through Taurus, that may be when, you know, this help is showing up, you know, more resources coming in, things like that. So when the sun is in Taurus, it is a positive time for you. Next is the union, 222. And so, you know, we have repeating numbers, and now these twos are very significant. This is talking about, you know, a union of two people, or a union between you and something very significant in your life, and it's going to happen, okay? You've got to trust timing and the process, but they want you to know that you are not going to be alone forever, especially romantically. Those of you who've been asking about the romance, and that might be what this timing is about, is right now might not be the right time, and 6 to 9 months from now may be a better time for you to get into a relationship or reconnect with somebody, okay? But you'll start seeing a lot of twos when it's time. Next is angel guidance, and we have feathers. So there is also a lot of angels around you, a lot of angelic energy, and the more feathers you see, that's your proof, okay? And it could be a feather out on the ground, it could be a feather just randomly on your carpet, it could be in an email, it could be on a YouTube video, it could be anywhere, but feathers, that is very special and significant for you to let you know that you're not alone, and your passed down loved ones as well as the angels are very much with you. And lastly, we have the passage, and it is sign 1111. So there's the repeating numbers, 222 and 1111, as well as feathers. Very significant. But you see that passage? Yes, life is going to shift and change. It is, but more like 6 to 9 months, all right? Just because we have this beyond 3 months, whatever that main thing is you've been asking about, especially around like unions, you and another person, or you really aligning to something that matters a great deal to you. The passage is there. It's just really a matter of timing. All right, let's pull a few more cards about messages they want to give you. And this is also what your spirit guides have been trying to say. So let's see. Everyone has value, even if they were a complete piece of crap to you. I get it. Everyone has value, and spirit sees the value in all people and the divinity in all things. Even if we don't, that goes back to how we can't understand some things in human form. But your passed on loved ones want you to know everybody does have value, and those that you really struggle to grasp that with, it's better just to distance yourself from them, even if this is attached to this where you're right. You know, this person does have value. They do. Maybe not to you, but somewhere in this world they do. So just know that and remind yourself of that if you get too frustrated. Ask for guidance. And again, you know, you've got passed on loved ones as well as the angels around you. 222, 1111, and feathers are a way that they will communicate with you and forgive yourself. So things of the past that you did that you're not super proud of, you've got to let it go, and you've got to forgive yourself. And also with forgive yourself, you know, you've got to forgive others who have hurt you and let you down. It's not worth carrying that weight with you. It's truly not. And that might be what this timing is about, is there's some healing that's going to be taking place within you, and that's why the angels are coming in nice and strong, is there's a bit of healing that needs to take place first, which then will open and expand your mind a bit, and that will just kind of change the trajectory of your energy. But be proud of who you are. Forgive yourself of, you know, past mistakes and things that you wish you had done differently. There's help and resources coming in, especially during Taurus season. All right. And then something else you've been asking about, again, it's like 3 to 6 months, and you've got to trust the timing because you're healing, my friend. All right, let's pull some advice. Don't let life pass you by. Be among it and live. So they're encouraging you not to curl up in a ball and go into hermit mode. You know, we all have to do that from time to time, right, when things happen in life. But they're saying come back out into the sun. There is a passage here. Things are shifting for you. Don't listen to others as the messages don't listen to others as the messages you are receiving are correct. Okay, so that goes back to you're right. You are right about what you feel. So man, trust yourself. And again, don't let the timing throw you off or make you feel bad. It's going to happen. The truth will come to light. You know what you know. And lastly, remember your angels are always there to guide you. Okay, so ask for guidance. Angels here, feathers, felt that angelic presence around you. There you go. So for you guys, really trust the process of things, okay? When the sun moves into Taurus, I feel that's when this help or extra resources shows up. 222, angels, feathers, 1111 are very significant. And, you know, they talk about repeating numbers, so there's going to be more than just what's listed here. But I feel like the 222 and the 1111 will be very special for certain different things that are going to unfold. And then, you know, the angel feathers, don't worry, don't be afraid. Feel amazing about who and what you are. Things are going to shift and change for you, all right? So those are your messages from your passed on loved ones. I am sending you guys lots of love and light. Take care. Hello there. So let's see, those of you attracted to these beautiful little seahorses, which your passed on loved ones have to tell you. We're going to start by pulling 3 messages from heaven to kind of get the reading going and seeing what they want to primarily talk to you about or bring to your attention. Make room for that happy ending. It's now within your grasp. Ooh, that is beautiful. We support you as you cleanse and clear both inside and out. So it looks like you may have been going through a bit of a purge in some area of your life recently. And lastly, believe in yourself and your abilities. We believe in you. A lot of sweetness coming through in this these little seahorses. I kind of had a feeling, and look, we have a seagull right there, and then water being referenced here, and here the sun rising above the water. So water is significant for you guys. Maybe you live near water, maybe a lake or the ocean, or the beach, or seahorses even was very significant to your passed on loved one. I just definitely feel the water. And then also this purge and cleanse that you may have been going through. And so purge and cleanse could be self-induced or just circumstances of life, certain things slipping out of your life. And, you know, through that process, there is some pain attached to that, but there's also a lot of soul evolution. And so your consciousness is expanding at this time based on everything that you have been going through. So let's pull some tarot cards and get a little bit more information about each one of these messages specifically. The Knight of Swords, and this is your happy ending, okay? So there's good news coming your way. This isn't like warm, fuzzy, like somebody delivering a warm, fuzzy message. This is like truth and fact that makes you very happy. Also, we have some air energy being recognized. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and that could be you, or that could have been the zodiac sign of, you know, your passed on loved one. But there's definitely some acknowledgement of that air energy, as well as there's positive news coming your way that's what brings your happy ending. It's like things are going to work out okay here. Next is we have the moon coming out under this cleanse. So yeah, some of you, this could be dark night of the soul energy that you've been dealing with, a deep purge, cleansing, as well as a complete like rearranging of who and what you are, the way you go about doing things. Because dark night of the soul, you know, nobody is the same after the process, and what we need to purge and grow beyond and understand is different for each of us. But they have been with you through this whole process, and you're now wrapping up some purge, some cleansing, some severing of some part of your life or a person from your life, and you're almost there. Next is the Two of Cups, and this is coming out under believe in your abilities. We believe in you. So, you know, whatever your dreams are, especially around like helping people, or, you know, really aligning to good, solid relationships and connections in your life, you've got to trust and believe that that will happen. It's just you're going through something right now. And, you know, this happy ending with this Two of Cups, some of you, this could involve another person in your life where you guys have really been going through struggle with each other or some external influence. And now this is your passed on loved ones letting you know, like, you guys are coming to the end of that, and there is going to be this great deep healing and positive news coming in for you. Also with the moon there, that could represent Pisces or Cancer energy. So I just wanted to put that out there. Now let's pull some more personal messages. And it may be just directly from your loved one to you, or they could go deeper about what's already come out. So let's see what they have to say. Stars, and it says, you are worth more than all the stars you can count in the night sky. A star gives its life to warm an entire solar system, just as you give love to warm all the hearts who are near. You are so important. Please never doubt it. So that's another message of believing in yourself, and they're also talking about the stars. So there may be a significance for stars for some of you. Next is confusion, and it says, I know my passing doesn't make sense to you, but please understand I left exactly when I was meant to. My journey here was different than yours. I completed my tasks. It was time for me to take all I had gained in this life back to spirit. It was a glorious celebration. So this confusion could be literally what's said on this card, like some of you could really be struggling about why a passed on loved one transitioned when they did or how they did, and they want you to know all is well for them and their path was different than yours. And then for others of you, this confusion is talking about the way certain events are playing out in your life, you know, especially with this energy, and there's a lot of confusion inside of you about why it's happening or why it had to be this way. And they just want you to know that there's the news coming in and things are going to change and it is going to get better for you. Next is angels, and it says, I am with the angels and all of us are with you. Pray to the angels. They will always guide you, heal you, and help create miracles in your life, eternal and unconditional love. So not only are your past on loved ones coming in strong, the angels are very near you right now as well. So I know that you are going through a purging or deep healing process at this time. And now we have found. And it says, you're going to find something you thought you'd lost forever or something you've long since forgotten about. There is meaning and significance to this discovery. I am helping you find it. And this could be, you know, a physical object, or this could be something internal about yourself that you've long since forgotten. And it could be your worth and your value, okay? For others of you, this is a item in physical reality that you're going to come across, and again, it's something you thought you'd completely lost, or you've forgotten about, and now it's coming back into your life, and your passed on loved ones are helping that process along. And, you know, I just feel there's a lot of joy in this discovery. And next is secrets, and it says, I would tell you all of life's mysteries and secrets if I could. There is a code in which all must abide by. Some things can't be told, and some things can't be explained in a way you'd understand while being embodied. You will know all I do when you return home. Find peace in that. So this is an acknowledgement of them saying some things that you ask about, especially spiritual matters, they may be unable to bring that guidance or clarity at this time on your journey, or you know, altogether. It just depends on each one of you, and they want you to find peace in that, because, you know, there's something to be gained being physically embodied, and there's something to be gained while, you know, experiencing yourself as pure consciousness. And they just want you to know that. And there's lessons that you learn in the physical, and then there's this beautiful understanding in the non-physical, and they do really play into each other. And so you're basically here learning, and then you go to like review and see, and you see things from a different perspective. And then when you come back, your soul is evolved, and you're going to handle things differently than you did in a previous incarnation. And so they're just really saying there's some things that we cannot answer or give guidance about just because you are physically embodied, and that's like not part of this journey. Okay, so let's pull some more cards. I am standing right next to you, so really wanting you to know you are not alone. And, you know, in this particular picture, it's very blurred, but this is a father and a child. So that could be, the image could be very significant for some of you. Next is, I am surrounded by loving animals. So a lot of fur babies experiencing themselves as pure consciousness, reconnecting with your passed on loved ones. So especially those of you who have recently had a fur baby pass on, they are also still with you. And you know, I could tell you, I believe 1,000% that animals, you know, as they experience themselves as pure consciousness, they come back and visit us. I had an experience with my daughter's passed on dog, and I just, yeah, they do. So here you go. You guys are not crazy. It happens. So those of you that have been experiencing that, here's your confirmation. And for others of you, this is your passed on loved one letting you know that your fur babies also go back to the other side. It's a different energy. It's a different process for them, but they are also, you know, pure consciousness as well. Next out is, I feel healthy and happy. So back to this confusion, passed on loved one letting you know that it was the right time for transition for them, and they are in a much better place. They're very much enjoying the non-physical perspective and the review that comes with that, and just seeing all of humanity from that space, or rather than being right in it, experiencing it from an individual perspective. All right, let's pull some cards about different signs that they will use to communicate with you, and also they may give some information about timing of something that you've been asking about. Okay. Okay, so a 444 is a significant number sequence they will use, and also this is the foundation. So things are starting to come into solid form for you. This process is just about complete, and make room for that happy ending. Here it is. Like, there's stability returning into your life, and the more 444 you see, the more it's upon you. Next is the finish, 1212. So 1212 is a sign that you are almost to the end of a cycle, and this is letting you know, don't give up, you are almost there. And again, back to that happy ending. So 444 and 1212. Next is new path, and we have the sign Aries. The sun is moving into Aries on the 20th of March 2020. Normally goes there on the 21st, but we're in a leap year. So when the sun moves into Aries, this is also a very significant, potent time for some of you guys, where, you know, things are really starting to change, and that happy ending starting to come into play. But also with this, it's letting you know that there is a new path up ahead for you, even if it doesn't start in Aries season. I mean, this is a general reading, but there is a path, a new path, which is leading to the happy ending. And now we have harmony with 666. So when you see 666, that's letting you know you're about to enter a period of harmony. And they want to just reiterate that we've got the foundation, we've got harmony, the finish, you are just about there, and you're moving into a new path. Oh yeah, because look at what's the last card. We have Spirit sign 1111. Enough said with that. You've got the angels with you. You've got your passed on loved ones with you. You are almost to the end of this purge, whatever this is for you personally. And your passed on loved ones will use 444, 1212, 666, and 1111 to communicate with you and let you know different things. When you see this, it's like you know you are not alone at all whatsoever, and just trust and believe in that, okay? So let's pull some more messages, and this is messages your spirit guides have been trying to give you that maybe you haven't been picking up on, and so now your passed down loved ones kind of want to reiterate that. Whatever your spirit guides have been saying. You are never alone. I love it. Choose love over fear. Abundance is your right. Things are getting better for you. A new path is going to start to unfold. You are never alone, never ever. And you know, in those times where you feel the darkness and you feel the negativity and the fear taking over, call upon the angels and your passed on loved ones to come in and remind you and help you remain strong, because they will. They want you to know so strongly that you are not alone at all, and they really speak to you through numbers. My goodness. All right, let's pull some advice. Don't listen to others as the messages you are receiving are correct. So this is a confirmation for you to really listen to your intuition and your inner guidance, your team with you, you know, giving you different promptings, and they're saying trust you. If you feel something like way off inside at what somebody's saying or doing, even though you feel like you might be silly in that, if it's strong inside of you, you've got to go with what's inside of you. The angels and your passed on loved ones are definitely trying to guide you. Next is what seems impossible. What seems impossible is possible. Believe. Yes, because you are moving into a new path, and this is choose love over fear. And now you need to put the music back into your life. Nice. And this is abundance is your right. So you're wrapping up this purge, this severing in your life, and there's a lot of healing that's coming in from your passed on loved ones as well as the angels to help you through this process. And they are so with you. They want you to know that. They kept saying it all the way through. And you know, 444, 1212, 666, and 1111 are highly significant ways in which they will, you know, interact and communicate with you. And 444, again, going into stability. 1212, letting you know you're almost to the end. 666, you're moving into a period of harmony. And 1111, that's spirit, and that can encompass so many different things, but it's special and it's sacred, all right? So those are your messages from your loved ones. I'm sending you all lots of love and light. Take care. Hello. So let's see what these butterflies have to say. Those of you drawn into the butterflies, why your passed on loved ones led you to this message. I'm going to start with 3 cards as the overall energies, the main things they want to talk about, and then we will build from there. Okay, take control of the situation. We know you can do this. So here they are giving you a bit of encouragement about some area of your life where maybe you're not quite believing in yourself, or maybe you've given some of your personal power away, or you just feel you're really in like a struggle, and they're like, no, you could do this. You could push through, and we've got you. We are with you. Next is tune into the rhythm of nature. Let us connect together there. So, you know, taking a walk around a lake, in a park, through the woods, you know, just whatever's available to you, getting out in Mother Earth, like really naturey type settings. You could even go to like a butterfly pavilion for those of you that have those. And just kind of, you know, meditate as you're going through your walk, or if you're in a public place that's very naturey, sit down on a bench and just kind of go into a bit of a meditation, because they're letting you know they can really connect and communicate with you through nature. So different flowers, different insects, different animals that keep repeating in your reality, look into the messages deeper for those things, because they're trying to tell you something. So either you need to get out and get some connection to Mother Earth Gaia and meditate so they could bring some answers in, or there's a lot of different elements of nature that keep popping up in your life, and there's a deeper message behind, you know, whatever that is. And now we have birds are messengers we use to connect with you. Well, there you go. They are connecting with you through the birds, through the butterflies, through flowers, through trees. So if you are out, you know, taking a walk, hold on, this has just been a bit of a difficult challenge getting this card to stay on this side. Let's see, without a glare. Okay, perfect. Getting out and about, like, you know, if you're out and there's like a bird, or there's a squirrel or a butterfly or a ladybug or a beetle that's just paying you a lot of attention or getting really close to you, that's your passed on loved one moving through that animal or insect avatar to let you know that they are there. And also the repeating, whatever one is like a repeating thing for you, again, do a Google search to look deeper into that specific bird or insect, animal, flower, etc., because man, they be talking to you guys through nature for sure. Okay, let's pull some tarot and go a little bit deeper. All right, so Temperance, they're trying to help you bring some balance. And that's what's going on here, where there's a situation that you could definitely have a beautiful outcome to, but you might be not believing in yourself, or you don't feel you have enough resources, or there's just a lot of struggle and challenge, and they're like, no, you can absolutely push through. Okay, and what jumped out for this time to connect to nature is we've got the Empress, and that could not be any more better matched to this message, because that is the Empress, like Mother Earth Gaia, fertility, abundance, comfort, nurturing, all those things. You will find them in nature, just getting out in nature and connecting, and then also again, your passed down loved ones using a lot of elements of nature to communicate and speak to you. And now we have the Four of Swords, and this is coming out under birds are messengers we use to connect with you. And some of the information that they're trying to give you is with the Four of Swords. That's about rest, recovery, and renewal. So, you know, maybe in some other area of your life, you need to give yourself a mental break about, you know, something you did or what's going to happen, you know, just really rehashing something out, playing it over and over and over. They're asking you, you know, give your mental body a break. We're trying to give you answers. We're trying to give you guidance. But if you're too caught up in your own head, a lot of that isn't like penetrating or getting through properly. And they're like, you are very empowered. You've got this. You can do this. We are talking to you and connecting with you through nature. You got to let your mental body rest so that you can receive our messages. All right, let's pull some cards to look at some more personal messages. directly from them to you guys. I feel like I need to keep shuffling. I guess the messages in this deck they want to use are not close together. All right, nope. Few more shuffles, guys. I'm sorry. I don't like to excessively shuffle, but they are being very specific here. Okay, that feels good. Shooting stars. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so when you are out under the night sky and you just have the urge to look at a certain part of the sky and you see a shooting star, you were given that nudge to look in that direction by your passed on loved ones, because they want you to see the shooting star. And when you see the shooting star, that's their confirmation to you that things are going to be okay. It's going to get better. Just hang in there, trust, believe, keep pushing forward. Never doubt yourself. Don't doubt the magic of life. Next is your eyes, and it says, I love seeing the world through your eyes. I love how beautiful the world looks and how divinely you perceive those you love. Your eyes are wondrous and beautiful, whether looking into them or looking through them. Oh, that's so beautiful. So, every day of your life, when you are looking at another person, you know, just going through your day, the way you perceive everything, they're connecting in with you and they're seeing your perception and they're commenting on the depth of like the love and the light that exists within you and how that so colors your perception of people and of life. And it's beautiful, and they want you to know that, like, you are such a beautiful soul. Oh, now we have repeating numbers. The repeating sequence of numbers you have been seeing is from me. I am trying to let you know that I am near you and you are not walking alone. So along with elements of nature, repeating numbers are a big thing with your passed on loved ones trying to communicate with you, as well as shooting stars, and that's to let you know things are about to go in your favor when you see the shooting star. But with the numbers, the repeating sequence you're seeing is different for all of you. Do a Google search and look in deeper to each number sequence you keep seeing, because they are trying to communicate with you through that, through the numbers. And now we have divine order. And it says, everything truly happens with purpose and reason. You will see the whole picture in time. All is in divine order. Trust this guidance I offer you. So, you know, here's some divine timing. And perhaps, you know, with this encouraging message from them, in time you will soften the mental body and stop worrying, and you'll be able to take control of the situation, whatever that is. And for some of you, this might be finally taking that risk, stepping into the unknown, reaching for your dreams. And now we have sorrow, and it says, you have never been the same since I passed. I hold you in my arms when you cry, and I feel the sadness in your heart. I know you miss me so much. Please know that I am always with you. I am right beside you. Okay, so some of you, this is a direct message from your passed on loved one, acknowledging how painful and hard it's been since they've passed, but they want you to know they are still with you and they hold you when you cry. You are never, ever alone. And then for others of you, this sorrow is talking about you know, just different things that have unfolded and played out, again, where you're not feeling that you have much control, power, or say over your life or a certain situation. And they're here to remind you that you do have that power, and they're helping you to remind you of that. All right, let's pull some more messages. Now I have no pain. So there's an acknowledgement that they are not suffering in any capacity whatsoever, and they don't want you to suffer either. They really coming in strong. And with all this yellow, because, you know, they are transitioned back into the non-physical, experiencing themselves as pure consciousness, they're really projecting a lot of energy to you to help you come back into that place of personal empowerment. With all that yellow and the tulips, that's another element of nature that they may use, is the tulip. Next is, as a soul, I can be in several places at once. So never feel like you are burdening your passed on loved one by calling upon them or trying to connect with them. They understand their multi-dimensionality, it back in, you know, the pure consciousness form. And so always call upon them in any moment and they will be right there. Next is, there is no time where I am. Time is only on earth. So this coming out is a personal confirmation for some of you. And we have the rose in the hourglass there. So that's another element of nature for you guys. But there is no time as we experience ourselves in pure consciousness. It's a construct of the earth plane and being embodied in physical form. And so even though maybe from your perspective, this person, their life, the way they transitioned, you may feel like it was unfair or they didn't get enough time, all these things. And they're saying, you know, don't think about that, don't worry about that, because, you know, we reincarnate, and you know, their soul has its own trajectory of evolution, and they will eventually come back to the earth plane. You know, it's just really about, like, I don't worry about the time I had or didn't have, because I can have that again in a different incarnation, in a different life. And for us, because we are physically focused through our individual perspective as we are embodied, we lose sight of that, and we think right now and here is all we have. Whereas, you know, you transition back into the non-physical, you realize, you know, that time is only the illusion of the earth plane, and we incarnate many times into the earth plane. And they just want you to know that I was cheated of nothing. Please don't worry about that. I no longer have pain, and I am here for you in bigger and better ways than I ever could have been while I was physically embodied. All right, let's pull some cards to look at the different, you know, divine signs they may use to communicate with you. I mean, we've got a lot going on, but that's what this deck is specifically about, as well as some timing for you guys. Okay, mind change, inner voice. This coming out is letting you know, right here, take control. They're helping to restore that mental, emotional, and spiritual strength you need for whatever this represents for you. And your mind is going to change, and you're going to realize that you can do it, or you can achieve it, you can accomplish, you know, whatever it is for you personally. And it's going to be your inner voice, and that inner voice is a chorus with you, your soul, as well as your passed on loved ones. Okay, and they're really trying to build you up and make you believe in yourself and have you take that risk and push forward. And now we have connections with the sign of Libra coming through. So they want to acknowledge something where you may be asking about, like, a romantic connection or a friendship or just something going on in the family, because Libra is 7th house energy, all relationships. And what they're letting you know is there is gonna things are gonna shift and change, and your mind might actually change about the person, the situation, but there is going to be a change to that. And it may come for some of you when the sun is in Libra, which would be the end of September through like around, I think, like the 18th, 19th, 20th of October. So there is going to be a shift and change. Some of you it happens before that, but for others of you it might be more around that time frame. Next is the Trinity with 333. So repeating threes is a number sequence that your passed on loved ones will use to communicate with you. And this is when you start seeing that, it's letting you know things are coming together for you. The Trinity energies are aligning. Next is manifestation, 1010. So when you see 1010, you know that something is about to manifest for you. So when they start showing you a lot of 1010, and what manifests after that, that was your passed on loved ones giving you some advice, some guidance, saying, hey, this is about to happen. Don't give up. Keep at it. Here it is. And then boom, the manifestation. And lastly, we have angel guidance, and the sign is feathers. So not only are your passed on loved ones around you at this time, trying to, encourage you and help you push through or to take the risk. You have a lot of angels around you as well, offering you that same love and support. And it's to calm this mental body. And once your mental body is in a much more balanced space, it's like you rise up and you start seeing things much differently. So let's pull some cards to see messages your spirit guides have been trying to give you that you may have been overlooking or not taking the advice, and now your passed on loved ones want to reiterate this message. Don't relinquish your power, and that's really strong considering we have take control of the situation. Never judge another. And feel joy in all that you do. So even though faced with same or similar circumstances, you might handle or do things differently than another person. Your passed on loved ones are saying don't judge another person because you haven't walked in their shoes. And if somebody's judging you, just, shut all that noise out, because, we only have our individual perspectives being embodied, and that's all we can perceive from. Okay. And so what you see when you look at another person is not what spirit sees, because spirit sees the higher perspective, from that non-physical point of view. And so for you, there are some people that really might be hard to deal with, or you see them as good for nothing. And your passed on loved ones are saying, don't even waste your mental or emotional energy on that, because you can only see through your personal perspective. And again, what you see is not what spirit sees. And that's the truth for all of us. And I'm not justifying anybody's bad behavior. Your team is just really like, don't waste your energy on it. It's not worth your time. It's time to shift back into what makes you happy, what is good in your life, what is going right. Reclaim your personal empowerment, because whatever this is for you, you can push through, you can accomplish, you can achieve. And, with the shooting star coming through and this manifestation, something is brewing for you very, very soon. Okay. And I feel like it's more than just what unfolds. Like, things are shifting and changing from now all the way to the time that we move into Libra season. And if you're seeing feathers, that's your angels lighting your path, giving you confirmation. And your passed on loved ones will even use feathers, since it's come out in this reading. And then 333 and 1010, highly significant for you. All right, let's pull some advice. Your family needs you right now. Call upon your angels to give you the strength. Okay, so that might be what this is about for some of you. And your passed on loved ones and the angels are like, we're with you. We will walk with you. We will help you. We will help your family. Call upon us. Believe in us. Open your heart and soul. We are there. Next is the beauty you seek will resonate in nature. So back out in nature we go. They keep talking about that. So again, that's highly significant. And don't let life pass you by. Be among it and live. So, through these challenges and setbacks, again, trying to bring you back to that place of joy, happiness, and gratitude, showing you what is beautiful about life, what is going right at this moment, and trying to get you to focus there, to give that mind a break so you're not so worried or over analyzing certain things. Okay, call upon the angels, call upon your passed on loved ones. They are so with you. Nature is like your element. You'll receive so many messages from nature. It's all over in this message. Feathers, as well as 333 and 1010. So those are your messages from your passed on loved ones. I am sending you all lots of love and light. Take care. Hello, let's see why your loved ones led you to these doves, which messages they entail. Start your reading with 3 cards here. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but if you hear like this dog barking, it's my neighbors outside somewhere. So I do apologize for that. I do not own a dog. All right. Never forget you are loved. Love never dies. So first message out is about the fact that, you know, when we transition back into the non-physical, that connection and that bond of love, of family, of soul, you know, it's always there. It never ever leaves you. And they want you to know that even though they've transitioned, the bond with you still exists, okay? And you are so loved in such a higher vibration than when they were embodied. Changes can bring you a new life and energy. We will hold your hand. So they're acknowledging that there are some things happening right now in your life, some changes and some transitions that you might be a little weary of or afraid of, or it might be a little painful, you know, different for all of you, but they're very much with you, okay? And next is we support you as you cleanse both inside and out. Okay, so this goes pretty much with this message here. It's about cleansing and purging and, you know, releasing old energy. Maybe some of you releasing the past and letting past experiences go so that you can trust the present and gracefully move into your future. But biggest thing is you are not alone. They love you very, very, very much. And as these different changes and transitions are happening for you guys, as you were led to this reading, they are with you and they want you to trust, because changes can bring you a new life and energy. So there's brand new things unfolding for you, and you know that can be scary. And the thing is, sometimes we get so accustomed to what's familiar to us, even if it's bad and toxic, that we would rather hold on to that than step into what we don't know, what is very unfamiliar, because we don't know what's going to happen. As whereas the toxic, even though it's not the best for us, we know how to navigate that energy. It's familiar to us, okay? So they really want you to embrace the unknown of what could be, and they're helping you with that process. And it's like this purge is taking place. So let's pull some tarot and look a little deeper into each one of these messages. Okay, look at this. The Ace of Cups, out with love never dies. They love you so much. That bond is stronger than it ever was while they were embodied, and they want you to know that. Also, I feel for some of you, there's new love coming into your life, whether this is like a new friend, a new romantic partner, and for some of you, this is a new baby. And I say that because we have the Ace of Cups, and then we have, you know, a grown hand holding the hand of a child. So some of you, this may be talking about a baby, and you might be really fearful or apprehensive of the future. You know, can I do this? Am I responsible enough? Am I able? Am I capable? Or maybe it's like a family member of yours, or even your own child, and your passed on loved ones are saying, yes, this is a blessing, this is a gift, okay? So new baby coming in, huge blessing and gift. Others of you, this is talking about a new connection, either like a friend or a romance, and this is going to be a very pure connection, and it's going to help you heal and mend from, you know, the loss of your loved one, or just different challenges you're going through right now, because there's a lot changing and transitioning in your life. And here we have the Magician, and that comes out under changes bring a new life. The magic is within you, and your loved ones are aligning their magic to your magic to really make beautiful things unfold. And next we have the King of Cups, and this is we support you as you cleanse. And this here, it does not feel like an embodied person. As soon as I pulled this, this is one of your loved ones coming through, and this is water energy, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, as well as masculine energy. This could be a father, a grandfather, a brother, an uncle, a friend, a mentor. This could have been a romantic tie for some of you. And he feels powerful, and he is helping you with this cleanse. He's pointing out to you different connections, relationships, situations that are not healthy for you, that are toxic, that need to be shed. He's also bringing attention to different emotions within you that it's time to like face head on, like shadow energies face head on, because you have the strength and the power to heal and overcome and evolve beyond all of this. So he is strong, like he feels authoritative to me, like the emperor would, you know. Very matter of fact, very wise soul, this person. And you know, I feel in life he was this, he embodied this, but he may have also had some issue with like indulgence, indulging in certain substances, because I feel life could get to be too much for him. He's somebody who was very emotional, like he was very sensitive, empathetic, like he could feel a lot of things. However, he wasn't somebody that articulated himself well, his emotions, what he was going through. He could give advice to anybody, but for him personally, what's going on inside his heart and soul is very hard for him to express and articulate himself. So that's where some of that substance may have come into play. But now he's like, no, I'm in full force and I'm helping you make these changes and this transition that must happen in your life. It's part of your destiny and you need to trust it. There is so much magic surrounding all of this as well. All right, let's pull some very personal messages from passed on loved ones. And this is not the only one coming through. He's just very, very strong and wanted to let you know he is here. Healed. What hurt and harms me in life no longer affects me. I have healed and returned to the vibration of unconditional love. Yeah, so that's probably why I was picking up on that message, like he wasn't able to really articulate himself well, or face his demons head on, or his shadow energy. But he wants you to know all is well as he's transitioned and he's had his life review, and he does see and acknowledges that he did not articulate himself well, but he loves you so unconditionally and wants you to know that. Forgiveness. Forgive them. You don't have to like them. You don't have to agree with them. You don't have to reconnect with them. You're not approving of what they did. Forgiving allows you to let go of thoughts and of emotions that hurt and haunt you. Forgive them so you can heal. So he's talking about forgiveness, either directly towards him or other people in your life. And he's saying, like, you know, forgiving doesn't mean you say, hey, that was okay, come right back into my life. It's saying, you know what? This happened, it's in the past. I'm not going to let it hurt me and harm me anymore by rehashing it, by thinking about it. None of it. I'm seeking the healing, the release, the purge, the forgiveness to wash over me. He will help you with that. Next is birthday, and it says, I'm acknowledging a birth or birthday is relevant right now. Confirmation sealed with love. And I love that this card came out because we have the baby message. So some of you, this is the acknowledgement of that, like talking about a pregnancy, or maybe some of you guys don't know of the pregnancy yet, and you're going to watch this and then you're going to find out and be like, oh my gosh, okay. But there's definitely that acknowledgement of a birth, okay. Or your birthday or their birthday is very nearby when you watch this reading, or somebody's birthday in your life. Like there's significance strongly around a birthday around the time you watch this reading, or talking about the impending birth of a baby, or maybe the birth is just upon us. Either way, there's a lot of acknowledgement of that. Next is learning. And it says, I am learning and evolving through pure consciousness, just as you are learning and evolving through the perception of your physical avatar. Earth is just one of many schoolhouses for the soul. So I just want to say he this whole time now that this one came out so strong. But what they're saying is, you know, they learn and evolve as they are in non-physical form, looking back upon, you know, their earth experience, and not just this last one, but all of them that they've had here. And so, you know, they're still learning and evolving as you are here, physically embodied, learning and evolving. And now we have finances, and it says there is going to be a positive shift to your finances or career within the next 6 months. It may come in a very unexpected way. Nice. So trust all these changes and transitions, because not only is it helping your relationships out, and making you feel stronger emotionally and aligning you to healthier connections, there's something going on with your job and your money, a huge improvement just up ahead. So have no fear. All is well. You got an ace coming through, and some magic and changes are happening. We've got to just let the past go and embrace the present and all the magic and abundance the future has in store for you. Oh, the doves. I like the doves reading. Your passed on loved ones bringing through a lot of positive messages for you guys. I wish I had told you more often how much I love you. See, that's very powerful, picking up on the emotional distance of, this passed on loved one. And he could just be representing like a lot of different loved ones here. He is just a very strong energy, okay? But loved ones wishing they had told you that they loved you so much more than they had while they were embodied. Next is, it is beautiful where I am. So healed, happy, looking upon us from that pure consciousness perspective and letting you know all is well. It is very beautiful where they exist, and I am just a thought away. So every time you think of your passed on loved one, they feel that, they sense that, and they come in strong to offer you guidance, let you know their presence is all around you. Okay, let's pull some divine signs and timing. And so this is, signs your passed on loved ones will use to communicate with you, as well as, the timing of some things that you may have been asking about. We have angel guidance and we have feathers. So not only are the passed on loved ones all around you, the angels are all around you. You are so blessed. You see feathers on the ground, randomly in your house, on a, picture, just wherever you see feathers, that's a sign from your passed on loved ones and the angels letting you know that they are very much with you still. Or, well, the angels are always with you, but your passed on loved ones, that they're still with you and they're guiding you. And angel feathers, oh, that is such a blessing. Every time you see one, just smile and feel the warmth in your heart. That is such a sign for you guys. Next is timing within 3 months. So something that some of you guys have been asking about is going to unfold within 3 months. So from the time that you watch this reading out to 3 months, and that could be when all of these change and transitions will be complete. Over here we have finance and career getting an improvement within the next 6 months. So within 3 to 6 months there is a lot changing for you guys, especially around money. And now we have the challenge sign 555, which is where I feel you guys are at right now. So if you've been seeing a lot of triple fives, that's your passed on loved ones acknowledging that they know you're in the struggle, you're in the challenge, but what's going on is part of your life journey, and you are changing and you are transitioning into much better energy. Next is healing, and the sign is elementals. So crystals, fairies, unicorns, like all that mystical stuff, and then anything connected to Mother Earth Gaia. So animals and insects repeating in your reality, huge sign from your passed on loved ones. Do a Google search, look deeper into the different repeating animals and insects, or crystals, or just whatever, trees, and see what it means, because they're speaking to you through that. But also, this is letting you know that there's a healing taking place within you. Even though there's this challenge in all of this, there is great healing happening as well over these next 3 to 6 months. And then we have mind change and inner voice. So you may have had your heart and mind dead set on one specific idea or outcome to something, and over the next 3 to 6 months your mind is really going to change about that, and it's going to be coming from your own intuition. Just as you move through this energy, and your passed on loved ones and the angels are with you and supporting you. There's you are growing and expanding your consciousness, especially, and you're going to really change your mind about something. It might be, you know, you like, no, it has to be this way, I want it like this, and then within the next 3 to 6 months, just because of this energy, you know, being in such flux, you change your mind. Either way, you have really good outcome here. Your passed on loved ones have already said so. Okay, let's pull some messages about, you know, what your spirit guides have been trying to tell you, but you may have been overlooking or not paying attention to. So now your passed on loved ones want to reiterate the message. You are never alone. Love is your energy. And trust your intuition. Yes, see that inner voice. You've got to trust you. You know what's right, and the more relaxed your energy is, your emotional body, your mental body, the easier you can connect your intuition as well as your passed on loved ones and the angels. And in that space, you receive much more clear guidance because they're always there guiding you. But the more we are emotionally out of balance or mentally anxious, overthinking, overanalyzing, the less we can receive that guidance, okay? And your intuition is very, very strong. With trust your intuition, and then inner voice coming out. So trust yourself, even if, you know, everything seems scary and like, oh my goodness, I just don't know, but it feels like inside like everything's going to be okay. Trust that intuition, please, because your passed on loved ones have really made that strong and clear that you're just going through it right now, but it's leading you into much better energy, much better circumstances. All right, let's pull you some advice. My kitty got up from his nap during your reading, and he's roaming around, and man, my cats crash so many of my readings. They get so crazy, like just frisky, but he is being such a good boy for you guys. I'm so proud of him. Your passed on loved ones keeping him in check, saying, no, feline, let's just be calm. She's almost done. Okay, don't listen to others as the messages you are receiving are correct. So this goes back to your intuition and inner guidance. You've really got to trust yourself. No matter how pretty of a picture somebody else is painting or whatever, you've got to trust you. Next is don't let life pass you by. Be among it and live. So even though, you know, you're going through some challenges right now, you've got to find a way to at least endure the process in a way that doesn't feel like you're being beat up or life is horrible and cruel, because, you know, what challenges us is what grows us. And, you know, when you're seeing 555, that spirit saying this is one of your life lessons. Don't give up. Don't lose heart. Don't get weary. This is one of your life lessons which you can overcome and evolve beyond. All right. And last we have be patient. All is well. Love it. Yes. All is well for you. You are shifting into better energy, finances especially. We've got this new connection coming in, new baby for some of you guys. You've just got to trust the process. You are never alone, okay? So those are your messages for your passed on loved ones. I'm sending you guys lots of love and light. Take care. Hello there. So let's see why your loved ones led you to the spider in the spider web. What messages are contained here? I'm going to start by pulling 3 cards as the primary things they want to say. So let's see what comes out. Okay. Don't rush into making big decisions right now. Take your time. Continue to grow by seeking new knowledge. We applaud your efforts. And we have take the time to pamper yourself or let others take care of you. Oh, very nice. Okay, so these coming out as the primary things they want to talk about first is with this. This is like the main thing, like a decision or something you've really been thinking about. They don't want you to rush into anything. This may be that there's going to be more information forthcoming, or there may be other opportunities that are going to present themselves that you're not aware of at this time. So big decisions, or any decision really, don't be rushed into it. Don't feel forced. You really need to take your time. There's more information or different opportunities coming your way. And this continue to grow by seeking new knowledge. We applaud your efforts. The ways that you've been trying to self-improve, whether you're doing that, you know, through some sort of like personal therapy, you could be going to a counselor, or you could be, you know, reading up on different things to have a happier, more positive attitude. Some of you could be going to the gym, you could be making dietary changes, and sorry, my kitty, and we got a kitty here. He woke up in the last reading and he was so good, but now in your guys' reading, he's like, nope, I want to get into this bag right here and make all kinds of noise. So I do apologize for kitty. But anyways, this here, however you're trying to better yourself or improve yourself, stick with it, keep at it. Or if you've been kind of thinking about something you want to change or do differently, now is the time for that, because they are with you, they're supporting you, and they love when you are demonstrating self-love and you're knowing your divinity and you're trying to live your best life and, you know, do the best you can. It's just, that's such a beautiful vibration of energy. Like, they just flock to that and they want you to know that. And then take time to pamper yourself or let others take care of you. This is them saying you don't have to do everything on your own. You don't have to do everything yourself. You know, sometimes you can feel like, no, if I don't do it, it's not going to get done properly, or it's not going to get done all the way. You need to really start letting other people help you and assist you. And it's okay if sometimes you're in need, or you feel weak, or you don't have enough. Like, that doesn't diminish your value or make you a failure in any capacity. We are all in this together. Every single person walking this earth doesn't get to where they are without the help of many, many people throughout their entire lifetime. All right. So this is like, you need to allow that love and that support to come in when it's being offered to you, or it's time for you to start demanding it where you really need it. And it's not a shortcoming on you at all. It's just, you can only handle so much, and they want you to allow more help and support to come into your reality. So let's pull some tarot and look a little deeper with these first primary messages. So we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is more information or different opportunities that you don't see right now that's going to present itself. So that's why they want you to hold off on making like a big choice, big decision here. And now we have the, excuse me, the Four of Swords showing up with continue to grow by seeking new knowledge. We applaud your efforts. So Four of Swords is all about rest, recovery, and renewal. And these things that you are doing to better yourself are helping you mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. It's different for all of you, but what you're doing is really good for you. And that's why they're like, keep at it. Even if it's hard, even if you want to give up, don't let it go, because it's renewing you. It's healthy for you. It's for the betterment of you for the long term. Next is the Six of Swords, and this is coming out on letting, you know, other people come in, take on some responsibility and help you out. And that's saying that will really bring some harmony to your current experience. You've got to let other people in. All right, let's pull some personal messages directly from your loved ones to you guys. Energy. What you give out is what you get back. If you don't see this truth in action, seek to expand your awareness. You will discover this universal truth. In doing so, all is energy. Okay, so this self-improvement, whatever it may be, however you are manifesting it, This is just a confirmation to keep at it, because what you put out, you get back. And if you're not really seeing the correlation in things that you're doing and then what's coming to you, your past on loved ones are asking you to look at things from a different perspective, or open yourself up to some new and different information around like law of attraction, energy, karma, things like that. Next is divine order, and it says everything truly happens with purpose and reason. You will see the whole picture in time. All is in divine order. Trust this guidance I offer you. And this goes back to this decision, or trying to make a choice about something bigger, where all is in divine order. And if you're feeling like that would be okay, but that's not the whole thing, don't go that path, because there's something else that's coming your way. Next is charms and jewelry. And so with this card, your passed on loved ones are letting you know that when you randomly find like some jewelry or a charm, and it doesn't even have to be expensive jewelry, okay? Jewelry and charms, like you will find that like outside, on the sidewalk, in the parking lot, maybe randomly in your car, in a drawer, anywhere you're just popping up with this jewelry or these charms, that's your passed on loved ones, okay? Letting you know, hey, we are with you. And some of the jewelry and charms that you come across may have far more significance and meaning behind them, okay? And I'll tell you, this card came out in another one of these readings, and my daughter, she was asking me questions about her passed on uncle on her father's side, and this particular card came out in the reading. And the very next day, while we were out, I was taking her to get her eyebrows waxed. In the parking lot, right on the ground, we found a heart with like fake diamonds in it, a silver heart, and it was part of a necklace. And there you go, that was the sign. And she's like, he's with me, uncle is with me. And so really pay attention to just like the little trinkets that you randomly find, because that's your passed on loved one saying, hey, I'm with you, I'm still here. Or it could give you some guidance and clarity about something. Again, this is a general reading, so it will be different for each of you. Next is pictures, and it says, I take pictures with you sometimes. You'll see me as an orb or other photo anomaly. Take a closer look at your pictures. Nice. So, some of your pictures are being photobombed by your loved ones, and you may or may not have noticed. So, go back through your recent pictures, or really pay attention to the pictures that you take in the days and weeks following this reading. And lastly, we have in dreams. And it says, I visit you in your dreams. You don't remember many of them. Don't discard the dreams you do remember, because that is me. I'm still with you, and I meet you in your dreams. I'm confirming that for you. So with this card, some of you, this is absolutely 100% confirmation. You've been dreaming about your passed on loved one, and they're saying, yes, that's me joining my consciousness stream with yours. And, in the astral, it creates the imagery, etc. So your loved one saying, yes, that is me. But also, for some of you, with that in dreams, you're getting a lot of divine guidance and insight through your dream time. And so it would be really good for you to maybe keep a journal for the next few weeks of all your dreams upon waking, and you're going to start seeing a connection or an overlying message, especially for those of you where there's this choice that you have to make, and there's more information coming, or there's other opportunities that are going to be presented. So let's pull some more messages. I am surrounded by loving animals. So the fur babies, and these could be animals you had that transitioned before this loved one, or have transitioned since this loved one, but the animals are with them, okay? Animals, just like us, are pure consciousness, and they physically focus, but their path, their journey is different. They're a different vibration of energy. And so your fur babies do not leave you, all right? They're always with you. Once you create that bond with an animal, they are with you for all of time. It's eternal. And so your passed on fur babies coming through, letting you know we are still with you, and some of you might know that. And then also, your passed on loved ones are also in connection with these fur babies. Don't be afraid. Your loved ones wanting you to not fear the present or the future, the unknown. You're making a lot of wonderful changes for yourself, more information, opportunities coming in, and allowing more help and support to come into your life, allowing yourself to be more vulnerable. Maybe sometimes you just need to open up more to somebody you can trust and just tell them your heart and your soul, everything that you're worried about or you're concerned about. But your passed on loved ones are like, don't be afraid, like we are with you, all is well. And lastly, I have a new understanding. So this is your loved one telling you that, you know, from the non-physical perspective, when, you know, we transition back into pure consciousness, what we see and perceive of the earth plane and all the experiences encompassed within it is much, much different than when we are, you know, in the midst of physical life, only being able to view from our personal individual perception. So that your loved ones, you know, who they were in this life, there's characteristic traits of that, but they are letting you know they've expanded back into like that, all that is, that unconditional love, the utter understanding, the knowing. That's where they are existing at this time. All right. Let's pull some cards to look at different signs your passed on loved ones will use to communicate with you. And also they may bring up some information about timing of something you've been asking about. So we've got the summer months, take notice, and the sign is synchronicities. So the summer months are going to be very significant for you, and there's going to be a lot of signs and synchronicities all around guiding you. Pay attention to them, don't disregard them, okay? So summertime is very significant for you guys. Next is the challenge and sign 555. So if you're going through some struggles and you're seeing 555 repeat in your reality, that is your passed on loved ones communicating to you that you are in a growing experience right now and you will prevail and overcome. Like, don't lose heart, don't be afraid, don't be weary, don't give in. You know, fives are all about challenges and changes. So you know, the change comes after you've moved through the challenge. And when you're seeing 555 and you're going through it, say, okay, this is just part of one of my life lessons for this life journey, which means I can absolutely, you know, grow and evolve beyond it. And when you get into that understanding, it doesn't make everything seem so scary or big and heavy and crazy. All right, next is almost there. And we have 999. So something is about to come to a completion for you, and a beautiful manifestation is attached to that. But also 999, when you're seeing that repeat in your reality, that's your passed down loved ones telling you, hey, you're almost there. The manifestation is about to unfold. And now we have imagination along with the sign of Aquarius. So this would go back to continue to learn new things, like really expand your consciousness, your mental body in all kinds of different ways. Like, this is a really good time to do that, to open yourself up to brand new concepts and things that you've never even heard of before. And with Aquarius, you know, this could be significant when the sun was in Aquarius, because the sun's already moved out of Aquarius. So end of January through most of February. You know, they could be acknowledging that time frame. But also with this Aquarius, Saturn is moving into Aquarius on March 21st and will be there till March 2023. So I really feel for you guys that Saturn moving into Aquarius is a positive transit for you, which is going to really allow things to balance out a lot more in your life than it has been. Saturn moving through Capricorn was probably a very challenging transit for you and was attached to these heavier life lessons. And as Saturn is moving through Aquarius, it's a whole different energy for you specifically. All right, and now we have beyond time, and we have coins. So coins are another object that your spirit guides will use to let you know that they're near. Seeing a penny, a dime, a quarter on the ground, finding it in, a drawer, or just random spots. That's your passed on loved ones. Again, giving you confirmation they are near. But also, as you see those coins, and they start showing up in abundance, that's your passed on loved ones letting you know there's about to be a very positive shift in your financial situation. And that could be happening right now because it's showing up in this reading. We do have 999, almost there. We're overcoming these challenges, and summer starts, I believe, June 20th in the southern hemisphere. And so, I'm sorry, in the northern hemisphere. And so in the southern hemisphere, since you guys are opposite, winter time is going to be very significant for you guys. So just, keep that in perspective. Now, what we're going to do is pull a few cards here, and this is messages your spirit guides have been trying to give you, but you may have just not been receiving, or you've been overlooking, and now your passed on loved ones just want to reiterate these messages. Kindness counts. So no matter what happens, don't lose your sense of compassion, humanity, and empathy just because you've dealt with a lot of bad seeds. Your kindness does count, and that sits right on energy. Everything you put out will come back. And sometimes when a lot of crappy stuff is going on, but you're like, hey, I've been nice, I've been walking the line, what's up? Remember, you also have life lessons that you signed up for. And so whatever you're going through, don't lose heart. Stay true to the kind soul that you are. And, don't let people take advantage of you, but don't lose the best parts of you because of a few bad seeds. Your beliefs are right for you. Okay, what this is telling you is everything that you believe for yourself and the way that you're changing and growing and improving yourself is 100% perfect for you. However, it doesn't mean that's the path or the way that somebody else should live their life or the path they should walk down, okay? And so what you do is right for you, and what others do is right for them. And if anybody's trying to come towards you to, get nitpicky about the way you're going about things, don't even hear that noise, because what you're doing works for you, and you've got to trust your path and your journey. Next is calm is not a weakness, and that's coming out under this ask for support and the Six of Swords. So yeah, if you need help, if you need support, if you get weak, if you fall down, if you don't have enough resources at a point in time, it's okay. That is not a shortcoming on your behalf. Sometimes situations like that unfold because we need to learn how to be more open, vulnerable, and trusting, and Spirit tries to reconnect us, with people we can trust and we can count on. But sometimes when we've had to do things for so long on our own, or we can't trust people, we haven't been able to count on people, we just get in that mode. And now, your passed on loved ones want you to know that you needing help is not a weakness, and you should not be afraid to ask for it if you truly need it. All right, let's pull you some advice. And let people love you. Let them in. Next is the signs you are receiving are messages from your angels. Yes. And remember, take notice. Signs and synchronicities abound for you, especially in summer for Northern Hemisphere and winter for Southern Hemisphere. Don't listen to others, as the messages you are receiving are correct. And that goes back to what's right for you is right for you. And you've got to trust yourself and the guidance you're being given by your team. Next, what you think is what you create. So we're going back to this energy again, and they're talking about the mental body, and you've got swords, swords, swords. So the main imbalance for you guys would be in the mental body, what you're thinking, and your passed on loved ones really trying to come in to help you become more trusting, and be able to be vulnerable and open up and, receive back what you give out. And also, again, don't make any big decisions. There's more information to come, or more options are going to present themselves. 555 is letting you know you're in the challenge. 999 is letting you know you're almost there and the manifestation is upon you. And also coins being highly significant. And with beyond time, a lot of what you're going through right now is very destined or karmic. And so your spiritual team, passed on loved ones, asking you to really just trust the process and that they are with you, okay? So those are your messages from your passed on loved ones. I am wishing you guys all the very best. Take care.